You guys hear me? Why is there no sound for this? Strange. So weird, so weird, so weird. Okay, I know why. Hi, Bear. Okay, y'all can hear me, right? So cool. Let's bring my mic a little bit closer so I don't have to shout. Let it all out. How you guys doing? You guys doing okay? Hi, Dimitri. Where's this? Static? Is that static? Can you hear the guitar? Can you all hear the guitar? Alright, cool. So y'all can hear me. Check out this guitar. I don't know what guitar is this. What is this? This is a... it's from Schecter, but they just sent it over today. So a Schecter guitar that is made in Korea. Nice, eh? Well, I think this is like a heavy metal guitar, I guess. Alright, okay, so if I didn't say hi to you, I'll say hi to you right now. Hi, Fender Drift 32. Hi, Adrian, Dimitri, Jeff. Yeah, good to see you around again. Huba. Oh, Huba. Where you from, Huba? Thai. What? Thai Fan Drifter. Benjamin Kennerek from Paris. Hey. Bonjour. Oh, this is good. Okay. Bien. Jeff Benner. Did I say hi to you yet? Did I say hi to you? I think I did. I don't know. I gotta make sure. Okay. My mama told me to be courteous. Alright. So, hi, Jeff. Pascal. Comment allez-vous? Thomas Duffy, hey. Oh yeah, it's a djent guitar, I guess. See how it sounds like? Djenting. What's this? have no idea. I'm gonna find out soon enough. I just got this today, so I got another guitar that's even more pretty than this. So it's just one. Kind of like the blue light of the microphone coming out from here. It's like, oh. Anyway, let's see. Plug this. This is what I like. This guitar is so pretty. Alright, also from Schecter. I don't even know the name of this. So, but check out the back. Ay, ay, ay. Check out the neck. So it's a 3-piece. I thought it'd be a set-in, but it's not. It's a 4-bolt neck joint. Locking tuners, hardware all in black, no trem. This is a hardtail, string through. What I think I remember Janet telling me like Copacabana, Copabono. Y'all remember the wood name Copabono, something like that? Okay. So you're from Cologne. Oh, great. Huba. Okay, Transylvania. Cool. Thank you, Ben. But I'm so hungry now. I would like pork chop instead, actually. Wow, it's in tune. No way. Still in tune? Wow, really? Wow, I'm amazed. It's actually still in tune. Yeah. This is like the Nick Johnston, inlays that he originally had on his made in USA guitar, which I had problem in looking at. You know, it's kind of hard to see. This thing is not too bad. I actually can see this pretty well. Yeah. 5-way switch. I don't know why. 2 humbuckers, but a 5-way switch. Interesting. I'm still grabbing my traveler arm. Hold on. Let me shift my mic. Okay. What are you saying? I like the sound. Copacabana. Thomas Duffy. This is a Super Crush 100 combo. Yeah. I was at the Orange Facebook page, and they were saying that there's a delay in the Super Crush. I guess a lot of people like the Super Crush, but I think a lot of them like the head and the cabinet. So, but I chose the combo, and I chose black because I just want to be different. But no, it just I kind of like the black cap with the original beige cream orange grill, speaker grill. It's nice. This guitar sounds very different. It's breaking up a little bit. Let me bring down the gain a little bit. Oh, I love this amp. I love this amp, Thomas. I think one of the best amp that ever came around in this studio. You know, I had a couple. A lot of well, I had Langley, and there was another Langley that came. I had a lot of Black Stars that came in here. Great amps. But so far, of all the amps, I think this is the one that I gravitate to. This guitar just sounds very different with this amp. You know. Not particularly a good thing. I hear you, Typhoon Drift. Yeah, it's like even for my my Les Paul. Sometimes when I get lost in my playing, I'll tend to grab the bar, which is non-existent. Hi, Leon. How are you? Yes, Benjamin Kennebec. I my favorite is a Pop Chop. Yeah, I love some Pop Chop today. Is that your Mike W? What is the best multi-effects pedal to plug straight into an amp? The thing about the multi-effects pedal is that you don't plug into an amp. The reason why you get a multi-effects is the whole purpose is not to use an amp. This is why I think. A lot of people would think otherwise, and a lot of people would say, "No, John, you're wrong." There are many multi-effects. Like for example, there are like a couple ones from Line 6 where there is no amp simulation, there's no cap simulation, just like effects, and there's a lot of effects in it. And I think that is called a HS. No, I don't think it's a HS Storm. No, it's something before that. Yeah, it's not a HS Storm. HS Storm is like a stripped down version of the Helix, you know. But there's another one before that, and it just consists of effects, and that's a great multi-effects, and that is true to the term multi-effects because it has a whole lot of multi-effects, a whole lot of effects in one little Storm box, and then you can use it directly to the amp. But then again, the way people use amps with effects are very, very diverse and very different. For me, it's always good to have an effects loop that is built into the amp, which this Super Crush has, as most Black Stars or Langley amps and the modern ones, as most modern amps do have an effects loop. So what you do is that you hook up your time-based unit within the effects loop, right? And your compressors and the non-time-based effects like compressors, distortion, boosters, and whatever are straight into the amp. And then, yeah, and then for the effects loop, it's just for the time-based unit. So if I were to have a multi-effects, I would not plug it directly to a amp because it doesn't work. I made the hilarious mistake of trying to plug in my, last time I used to have this what do you call it, the Line 6 pod, POD, right? So it's actually a amp and cap built into this little kidney shape, which is so useful for me when I go into a studio for session, and I used it for many sessions. You know, I would carry that pod with me to Taiwan or to Hong Kong, and I'll just do sessions there. It's crazy, you know. But when someone asked me whether can I run this through an amp, I say okay, let's try. It sucked. It sounded horrible. You know, it's not meant to be used that way. Neither are the other multi effects that you see in the market. You know, a lot of them have like, you know, amps and cap simulation. So when you have all that activated and then you go into this, it's gonna sound horrible. Unless you deactivate the amp simulation, you deactivate the cap sim, and then you're fine. You know, you can still make do with whatever is coming out from the effects as just the effects pedal. But my thing is that I think I would like the separation for my time base unit to be on the effects loop. So you can, depending on the effects, multi effects unit that you have, you can run a 4 cable kind of thing. So you can still get around that if you want to. Hey Ian! No! You're picking up a Hit Rush MX5 tomorrow. Wow. Nice. Yeah. That's nice. I'm excited for you. Artem, yeah, how are you? Hi, from Russia. Dust. Any opinions in Chapman guitars? No, I haven't tried them yet, so I don't know. Ian, where do you get where do you procure your Hit Rush? Dickon KRR, have you tried the GT1000? Nope, I have not. No, Thomas. This is directly to the amp. What you're hearing is the reverb from the amp. It's a digital reverb. So you must know that this is a JFET amp. This is not a tube amp. So they incorporated a digital reverb in it, which is really cool. And what you're hearing is not from any mic. It's from the oh my god. Okay, I have a memory blank here. I have a line out, right? So it has a cap sim. So what you're hearing is a cap sim. Good for you, Ian. It goes further than that. This is like 10. Okay, going up to 2 right now. mic is not working. Is my mic working now? Yeah. So you guys didn't hear me, nothing. Okay. Lip, can you read my lips right now? Thank you, Ben. Yeah, Ben is my good friend from Singapore, so he kind of like messaged me. Thank you, Ben. All right, so let me go for the top again. So, couple of guys I left out here. Let me see now. Benjamin Canara would love to hear more of your original songs. Would love for you to cover some of mine. Kind of hard because I'm with Universal Music, so to have original music in YouTube, yep, it kind of defeats the purpose. And the fact is, I might be working on my own album soon enough. So yeah, I will wait for that, right? Jeff Benner, have you tried Sire guitars? If you have, what are thoughts? No, I have not. I don't know whether I will, but not at the present moment. Mike W, what's the best multi-effects pedal to plug straight into amp, which I explained. I hope you hope you guys got it. Yeah, I would not use a multi-effects directly to the amp. Yeah. Huba Katas, can you give me some tips on how to start a guitar theme YouTube channel? I really want to start my channel in 2022. You got to start by probably planning out what you want to do, like what sort of a channel you want it to be. Would it be a channel that you want to watch? If you don't want to watch one channel, then chances are that's the thing that I tell people, like when I'm teaching like guitar or vocals, especially vocals, because sometimes when I teach in church, for example, and some of the worship leaders, they come out to me and says how to improve my vocal quality. And I'll tell them, like, do you like what you're hearing? Because if you don't like what you're hearing, then chances are you need to work on your vocals. And if we don't appreciate our own God-given talents, then chances are people won't. So one of the things that I would advise you is that sit down and don't rush and plan out what you want for your channel to be. And then there's a whole lot of stuff you have to do, like cameras, lights, and the usual show business stuff. But I think the core of it is the subject matter, the content. Yeah, I wish you all the best. Okay, so as we go down, someone asked me about Chapman guitars. No, I haven't tried it yet. And okay, multi-effects, disturb. Okay, so do some Sean Lane. No, thank you. So where did I stop? I forgot where I stopped. But in any case, yeah. So in reply, I did not keep my Martin Streetmaster. I had it changed to a D35, a Martin D35. All right. Okay. So this is where. Hi, Drew. Can you read my lips? Hi, Timothy. Okay, so you guys can hear me now, so it's cool. Yes, okay. And we are back with the voice sounds back. Okay, thank you. So, were you what? What do you say? Have I ever been in a band? Is that your question? Hi, Mark Sauce. Schecter. I don't know the model. I just got it today from Miss Janet. A very nice guitar. Right. Copobolo, right? This is why I was trying to say not Copacabana, Copobolo. Yeah, that's the wood, and it's really nice, dark wood. You know. Yeah. Hi, Voxel. How are you? Hi, Oren. Adrian, can you recommend some acoustic guitar songs to impress? Oh, wow. I don't know, man. You're listening to metal a lot, so you gotta start listening to other music. Yeah. So I would suggest listening to Eagles. Yeah, that will be a start. You can also listen to America. So all these are all old groups, right? But they're really nice guitar songs. So yeah. Sure, Huba. Sublime, hey, hi. There you go. Yeah, Ian knows his stuff. Ian knows his stuff. Yeah, I think Lizzie is really good too. You know, great group. Sublime, you rock. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Dickon, what's your go-to guitar if you only have to bring one? My Schecter. My Schecter Nix Johnston modified. Yeah, that's the one that I would bring. Space Ash, Space Cat Ash. Where are you from, Space Cat Ash? Okay, I think this guitar is attractive. I just want to know how it sounds like with my normal setup. As it is right now, I find it's a bit dark. You know? No split call. So this is like the what you call it, the Corona modern series. I think it's the same pickup configuration, even though I believe the Corona has more options. 5-way switch on a set of a pair of humbuckers means that there's going to be some serious split calling and parallel to series going on. Yeah. Well, we'll know soon enough. I like the pickup covers though. They're all black, like a what you call it, like a swelled up peanutty covers. Hi, David. From California? You're from France, but born in the UK. Cool. Alan, yeah, sorry. You probably missed my comment. I switch cabinet speakers. Are you connected to your pedal? You mean now or what, Alan? If you're thinking of now, then yeah, Zeke is right. I'm just using the amp. Yeah. I think that the guitar has EMG active pickups. No, passive. Yep. So how you guys been? Hope everything is okay with you guys. I had a scare yesterday, this morning, after doing the last video for our the orange terror stamp. Yeah, that video. After doing that, my left arm, or rather my whole left arm starts to go numb. And I got kind of worried because some of you might know that I had a good friend of mine who just recently passed away because of a heart attack. And I thought, oh man, is this the onset of a heart attack? So I kind of like sat here for a long time, deciding what to do. But I don't find myself running out of breath, and there's like no pain in my chest. Yeah, so I figured maybe it's either because I took a nap before I did a video in the afternoon, so probably because the way I slept, and also because I was deprived of sleep. Yeah, I needed sleep, henceforth the nap, and after that I kind of like relax, and yeah, it's all fine right now. So I guess this is just a false alarm, but it got me worried for a while. Hi Rick from Utah. Wow. In my endless quest to find articulate punchy wound strings, someone suggested that I try Pro Steel. I heard about Pro Steel. They're expensive though. No, I'm not. I don't know. I remember something like that from Jeanette, and I think she sent me one set, if I'm mistaken, but I'm not too sure about it. Yeah, I heard about them. They're expensive. Timothy, chew an aspirin. I don't have an aspirin. We don't take aspirins here. We take what do we take? Paracetamol. Would it help? Wow. All right, Drew. Triple bypass. My God. You're okay now, right? I'm okay, Ian. Thank you. Thank you for that love. Oh, okay. All right. I hear you, Ellen. What the thing is, I have a pair of monitor speakers with me in front of me. So these are the Audix monitor speakers, self-powered monitor speakers for studio. And I've used this pair for the longest time. So whatever I'm playing is through this pair of speakers. If I'm doing a live situation, then I have the FR. But in most cases, it's not even FR. It's just like normal monitors, powered monitors that people use on stage, and that would suffice for me. Yeah, because half the time I would have like in-ear monitors, and that will work. Sure thing, Bear. I know. Yeah, I'll probably do that come Monday. Come Monday morning, I'll probably just take a visit. Well, the thing with the what we have right now with the Apple Watch and everything, you could take a ECG, but I know all this is not any indication of whether you have a heart attack, because heart attack is why they call it a silent killer. But I measured my ECG, everything was normal, so there's no pain whatsoever, just this numbness on my hand. And I've did my research. It could be the vitamins B12 deficiency, whatever. But in any case, yes, I'll go and check it out. Julio, how are you? Okay, Dust. Are you around, Dust? You think so? It's probably because I was playing the PRS yesterday and had a hard time because I couldn't get my position right. In the end, I kind of like shifted my body position for a while, and that's where the numbness started coming in. And I don't know, maybe I overplay. Yeah, maybe it's just a matter of overplaying my guitars. Thomas Duffy, what's my favorite overdrive pedals? Well, I got a lot of favorite overdrive pedals now. I love the ones from the recent ones from Keeley, as well as from what's the other one that I just reviewed? What's the other one? Let me see now. Oh, Freeman. Yeah, it's a couple of nice over. In fact, I think Freeman makes really great overdrive pedals. And of course, the other one from BO Effects from France. I thought those are really nice. The Oxy, yeah. So same time, you also like the Keeley Ox Drive, Oxblood, yeah, or whatever. I think that's really nice. And I have some more Keeley overdrives here which I haven't tried out yet. So one here that's called, what is this? White Sand. Is that a booster? Oh, that's overdrive pedal. I haven't tried this yet, so I'm gonna do a review soon. And then there is like the one that I really liked was the Freeman 30 Shirley. Yeah, I thought that was a really great overdrive pedal. Space Cat Ash. I have a question. Should I get a LTD EC256 or hold on until you get the EC1000? I don't know. you got to kind of make your own decision about that because they all appeal to different people. Julio, how do I feel about PRSMs? I'm not tried yet. Yeah, so Thank you, Rick. Thank you kindly. Appreciate that. Okay. Advice taken. In any case, I'll go and see a doctor on Monday. Have a check through. Dirty tea leaf. If you look up Jeremy, either he posts some really good videos about strengthening your postural muscles to reduce things like that pain or numbness, especially about fixing. Yeah, I know. I've saw a couple of videos about, because I cycle, right? I bike, so it's about the posture of, and I got bad posture to begin with. I think it's probably due to my army days. When I was a combat engineer, so I kind of like, I might injure my back before, because we used to carry like bridging parts and stuff like that. And after the army, after I came out from the army, there's this new career that I have, playing guitar, and holding the guitar on one side, and doesn't really do good for your posture, and all the jumping and all the sliding and all the acrobatics. I guess, yeah, through the years it's taken its toll. So I have like custom pillows, when I sleep. But sometimes when I sleep on my side, which I tend to do this more frequently this few years, you sometimes I'll wake up with a pinch nerve or something like that. So I thought it was just that, but yeah. Hi, Pim Daddy. How are you? Skinny necks made my left arm go numb. Hmm. Really? How does skinny necks make your arm go numb? So, what are you guys planning for Christmas? Just around the corner. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys want to do? Are you guys traveling across the state, across country to visit your family and stuff like that, or just where you are and just celebrate Christmas as best as you can? Do I have a specified string? You mean a specified brand of strings? Well, not really, because I use all kinds. I like the Dealderos. They're fine. They're affordable. Um, Recently tried the Stay in Tune because Jeanette, sent me a couple, so I like that. In fact, I think it's one of my favorites somehow. Because I've been using that string. Well, I used to use that string long, long time ago. Until they kind of like became too expensive for me, so I kind of dropped it and went for DLDers. So I've been with DLDers for the longest time. Also, the other ones that are not bad are the GHS, the Boomers. Yeah, that's not too bad. So no particular strings. Gauges, yes, 0 tens, and that's it. I find playing guitar while standing up makes my entire really. Alan, no traveling until January. Alright, okay. Are you ready for the silly season? We'll be celebrating quietly at home. Not that we have much choice. Yeah, I know. Well, there's nothing going on in here anyway. So, yeah, we're gonna have like what we had last year. Like, the kids would get together and we just have a nice little dinner, and that's about it. Pim, Pim Daddy, play guitar and stay home and celebrate my Made in Japan boxer series. Cool. Hi, Jack. How are you doing? Happy holidays. Romaine, music playing with my 2 cents, one guitar. Wow, that's cool. They're so blessed. Yeah, I can't wait for my girls to come. We can make some music together. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, Christmas is not that big here in Singapore because we're predominantly Chinese. For Christians, yes, we'll tend to go to church and celebrate a Christmas service or some stuff like that. But it's not celebrated at home like how you guys do, in the West. But we still do that for me and my family because that's the only way I can see them. I can see my son-in-law and my eldest. Yeah, and it's good. I think we should just meet every opportunity we can, especially this whole situation with the COVID. It just makes you understand and realize that we can just lose people like that. And it's not just because of COVID, because of the viral infection. It could be many other things, like the fact that my friend just went off like that because of a heart attack, stuff like that. So it just drives the point home that as long as we had a chance to meet up and communicate or have dinner, a meal or two, and laugh or cry with people that you love, with people that you love, then take it. Take the opportunity. Don't miss it, because you might never get a chance again. That's what I found out. Mm. I see, Vox. I get you, Voxel. Ryan, Craig, hey John, just got my first Mexican strat. What are the first mods that I would do to one? Well, depending on the guitar, because if the guitar plays nice, then you shouldn't be doing any mods. If you like the pickups, then the pickup stays. If you like the uh, tremolo system, if there's no problem, then just keep it. There's no need to change unless there's a need to change. The fact that I change whatever I have on my guitar is because because my requirements are a little bit different because the way I play guitar. So for me, the important thing is the bar, the tremolo system, because if the tremolo system cannot keep in tune, and if I like the guitar a lot, then there must be things I can do to it. Changing a tremolo bridge is one. Taking out the string tree is another one. Installing staggered tuners is another one. So these are things that I would do. But if you're okay with playing a guitar the way you play, then there's no need to change anything. Then don't change it. The other things that a lot of people tend to change are pickups. So you could, how should we call it? If you don't like the sound of your pickups, you can always change to a better pickups. You know, and if you want to go drastic, like for example, from a single coil to a humbucker, then will mean routing. So you got to bring it to the shop, to a luthier, to get all this routing done for you. So yeah. Okay, thinking about switching from the super slinky to those ones. What? A smoother band? Oh, okay. Thank you. Hi, Esther. 1:15 a.m. Hi, Esther. 1:15 a.m. Hi, Esther. 1:15 a.m. Sorry. I turned off my mic again. So I was asking you, Esther, do you like the SIT strings? Jack, I found out yesterday I got me some new Seymour Duncan's hot rod pickups for Christmas. You found out? Hi Lucas, how are you? No sound? Testing. Jack, yeah, I was my credit card used, and I had to find out who they were and what they were used for. And you bought it and you don't even know? Your wife? Wait, so your wife bought you bought that Seymour Duncan pickups for you, Jack. This guitar has way too much output. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, let's see what it helps. It's still breaking up. I don't know why. This is on my end. Okay. It's nothing to do with that. Can't wait for my runs to sound that clean. She did, at least that's better be who they bought it for. She's great, you know, you're a good wife. So it doesn't necessarily mean that the pickup should be, you know, really that high. I'm going to bring it out just a tad. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah, you gotta remember. Yeah, I've set up EMGs on my. Wow, that's cool. It don't matter what people think. My Logify is what you want. Emmanuel Manchi from Croatia. Hey. stock pickups, Esther. I ordered pickup covers for this, but I thought it would look better. But I might regret that decision because I thought it looks pretty cool right now as it is. But never mind, I'll just change it and see what happens. I like these pickups. These pickups are very different. They have a lot of mid-range. Sometimes a bit too much for certain situations, but better to have them than not to have them. But it's a little bit too round sometimes. Hi, Monty. Minnesota. Wow, cool. Yeah, cold. I mean, not cool. Cold. Yeah, cold. I want to hear the new EMGs. Last one I played were back in the 90s. I saw some guys putting them in tallies. Thought that was a good combination. I play on some tallies with EMGs, so in fact my own tally has EMGs in it. I have the hot tally set for EMGs, which I think works really well. Yes, Esther, I bought this guitar. You mean you didn't know? A lot of people don't know too, including my wife. Yeah, I bought this. Rick Army, me too. Thanks for your service, brother. I served as a combat medic in that country just south of Vietnam. Oh, really? Here, through the grace of God, gotta run great gems. Thank you, Rick. Thanks. Take care. God bless. See how it sounds like right now with the Yes, Esther. Which one, Jack? Which pickups would chug? The ones that you bought, the EMGs, they will definitely chug because they're EMGs. Dickon, how's Sir compared to Tom Anderson in your opinion? Oh man, I don't know. Never have a chance to play on a Sir. Neither do I have a chance to play on a Tom Anderson. I'm just a working musician, so I have no way of having access to all these guitars, because they just way out of my league. For me to get a PRS itself is it's totally unthinkable years ago. It's only when they came out the S2s and the SEs that I'm able to to kind of play on them and own them and play around with them. Making guitar reviews is one thing, but to actually own that guitar and making it your own is another thing. So it all boils down to what do you want to do with the guitar that you just bought. There must be a reason why you bought that guitar in the first place. Alright, so I bought this guitar because of the way it sounds like it, because 245, it has a single cut, which I love, and I just bought it because of the way it sounds. Right now, the other PRS, which is the PRS S2, the custom 22. I love 22s because I don't really fancy the 24s because somehow it just doesn't sound right. So the 22 sounded okay, but I was in love with the pickups in that. The 8515. They sounded really good. So the whole combination with it and the tremolo system, because I was very worried about tremolo system because I don't want to change a PRS. I don't want to change anything in the PRS if I can. Just want to keep it totally stock. And I was pleasantly surprised to find out that the trem actually works. So okay, so it works really well. So it's okay. Hey, thank you, Esther, for the coffee. Yeah, so that's about it. But now I have my eyes set on another PRS guitar, but it's never a core model. I will never go for a core model unless like what my good friend Alan used to say, unless I have the lottery. Yeah. So I'm eyeing this guitar, this S2 McCarthy. So we'll see. Oh, in my okay. So yeah, they can chug. This is definitely a certified rock machine, if I want it to be. But I just like the way it sounds clean because there's so much character to it. Each individual pickups, just so much character. Not an SE. Why not an SE? The SE, the CEs. Oh, sorry. The CEs are the ones with the bolt-on neck, and I still prefer. Well, I played on the CE before. I mean, I did. Did I forgot. Yeah, it just somehow it just doesn't appeal to me. Yeah, it just like The McCarthy is so far the McCarthy is one of my favorite guitars for PRS. And that's about it, And yeah, that's about it. I don't want to talk too much about PRS. Hey, Christian from Germany. Which part of Germany, Christian? Hey, you came in here before. 1500 bucks is obviously your limit. Yeah, that's around it. Yeah, I could go up to 2,000 if I need to. Yeah. Alan, which pedal would you recommend for beginners? The Imperial 2 Storm or the Helix? Wow, the price differences is like quite drastic. Yeah, so you gotta check up your budget, whether you want to spend that much. Pim Daddy it's a great pickup. Those are really good pickups. Yeah. But I also like the ones on the McCarthy, the 5815s. Low turn, yeah. So LT, so it stands for low turn. So they're less winding, so they're not so loud. They sound great, actually. So initially, I wanted to have the McCarthy single cut, but now Jeanette has shown me some pictures of the McCarthy that they're bringing in, which I'm quite a little bit confused, but yeah, great, So whatever works for you, Jack. I mean, you can always put different pickups and on different stuff. But this guitar is relatively cheap. It's not say really expensive. The SE models are really affordable, and if you want, but I wouldn't mod this guitar. I wouldn't mod like heavy mod. I'll probably get lock-in tuners for this, but this is about it. And the fact is, I actually don't need a lock-in tuner, but I wanted a lock-in tuner so that changing string would be easier, takes up less time, and pick up covers for this, and that's about it. Hi, Igor. Alan, the Impero, is worth the money. The Helix is way expensive than the Impero. It's even more expensive than the Impero, many times fold. The Impero is a great multi effects to have. And there are other other options there. The NUX MG30, those are short, kind of like small form pedals. If you're looking for an all-in-one pedal which has a expression pedal, a control expression pedal, then you might want to check out the first Impero, which comes in with their expression pedal. The Impero 2 is the latest iteration of it, more RAMs and more power, so you can run more stuff. The other one is the NUX MG30 that comes in with the expression pedal. So some of these are already cheap, affordable options. And if you want to wait, then wait a while. If you can't wait, then if you can wait, then just wait for the Impero 2 to come out, and that'll be the one with the expression pedal. Buonasera, Peter. Grazie. Come stai? Yeah, I know what you mean, Jack. The pickups, some of the pickups are okay, like the Roswell LAFs. The rest of the pickups, Monte, I've been thinking of a Harley Benton, was worried that it might not be good because of the price that you had. Oh, they're actually good guitars. I actually love quite I actually like a number of the Harley Benton models that I reviewed, and some of them I actually kept. Yeah, but I think one of the main how should we call it, um, caveat for a Harley Benton guitar is the different price range. Yeah, according to different price range, you can get at different qualities. So if you're paying like something like in the price range of a Fusion, then you're pretty safe because all those guitars are really well made. Anything lower than that, sometimes you tend to get like little stuff like leftover paints, or not so frequently now. In fact, I find that the QC right now is really good because the latest batch of guitars that I reviewed from them, they're all like really well QC'd. So there's no such things as those things that happened in the past where leftover paints and unfinished necks and fretboards. No, they are all really well done right now. The only caveat I see from cheaper Harley Benton guitars are the pickups. Some of the pickups are really not up to par. So, well, you can always change it up. And hardware, like the tremolo arm system and stuff like that, or the nut. They'll probably give you a really cheap plastic nut, stuff like that. So once in a while you end up with a nice guitar at a nice price range, which has like sort of a composite nut, or nice fretboard and stuff. So that's the reason why I kept all the ones that are from the Fusion Pro series, because they're all good materials, like stainless steel frets, tusk nut, locking tuners. Yeah, why not? Yes, most of them had Roswell pickups, but now they kind of like swap them out to the ones by, what's the other brand? I forgot. See, my short-term memory loss again. what's the new pickups that they use? Someone enlighten me. There's a name for it. Okay. Prego, Peter. Jack, John, that pick up the pickups and that guitar sound wonderful. I wouldn't change. Oh yeah, I wouldn't too. No, not Wilkinson. The other one, Tesla. Yeah, Tesla. So now they are using this new kind of pickups called Tesla, which is nice. They're kind of generic in a way, not much of a character. Like I've played like so many guitars within these 3 years that I've never played so much guitars before in my life. Within these 3 years of studying this YouTube channel, I went through a whole selection of guitars that that I can only imagine of trying, including guitars that are really expensive. But I found out that the thing that makes a real stark difference, are the pickups. So you could have the best woods, really nice looking woods, but if the pickup sucks, the pickup sucks, And there's a lot of hype about different kind of pickups. Like one of them is the Fluence pickups, There's so much hype on it that I was actually looking forward to, testing them out. But they're not all there, Technology is behind it, but I don't care about technology if I'm not liking what I'm hearing. So I think you can get a real nice guitar, a nice looking guitar at an affordable price, and then if you think about modding it, yeah, fine, go ahead and do it. But if you're seriously looking for a guitar you're gonna keep and not mod if necessary, then it's good to sit down and choose your choices carefully. The best thing to do is to go out to the shop and try it out. So if you like a guitar and how it sounds like, then yeah, you should probably keep them. So I'm giving that blessing and that the luxury of actually trying it at home with my own setup, so I can kind of choose the guitars that I want for my gigs or for my recording like this guitar has already paid its, no, not the other yet, the other one, the Custom 22 has already paid its way by doing recordings, because I used it for a couple of sessions and it sounded great. So the 8515 works, so it's a proven fact that the pickups work. And the Schecter has paid its way too, the orange one, the Nick Johnston, because of the I changed the pickups, remember? So I changed it to the what's the other pickups? Yeah, now I got can't remember what's the name of the pickups. Pasadenas. Okay, so I changed it all to Pasadenas, and those pickups are really wonderful, really nice single coils and humbuckers. So nice and clear and powerful if need be. So it's super versatile, and I would use that guitar just like that for any of my gigs, because that's the guitar to go to. It's my go-to guitar in a way. All right. Then you have the other ones from, say, the Harley Benton, which I'm trying to reach for actually. So I'll try it out so you can tell. Right, so this guitar is one of my favorite Harley Benton guitars. Okay, some might not be accustomed to, the sparkling silver finish. Okay, I think it sounds good and looks good, because, like I said before, whatever is shining on your environment will reflect from here. So it's like a chameleon in many ways, and great guitar, So these are not the Tesla pickups. These are the Roswell LAF T or something like that. Just a difference from the normal LAF. See, the thing about this Harley Benton guitars is that the electronics, it's not the hardware. They cut the costs down. They're not of the highest quality. So sometimes they'll get like little statics and stuff like that. And then, because of the low cost of these guitars, once you split coil, the volume would drop. These are some of the disadvantages, some of the flaws, not really major flaws of guitars of this price range. The fact that the PRS, when you split coil it, the fact that the volume doesn't have too much of a difference, because they actually overwound one of the pickups in the humbucker, overwound it, so that when you split coil, it doesn't affect the, there's more turn to it, okay, to one of the pickups. So when you split coil, it doesn't like have too much of a drop or too much of a drastic difference. Stoffendas, no. But I did manage to wreck one of them, like smash them on stage. Great pickups, I like this guitar so much because of the way it sounded. I decided to keep this instead of selling it. And I found out that the lock-in tuners are actually they came in with lock-in tuners, and these are like compensated. So time to take off the string tree, which is good news because the guitar now stays so well in tune because of the Vega trem. In case you all forget, I got a Vega trem here, and I managed to get I managed to ask Andres to send me from Vega trem a sort of a matte silver kind of finish so that it goes well with the rest of the hardware. The Vega trem is crazy. Bit out of tune right now because I didn't tune it when I first started. Oh, you got Sheraton, Pim. Monty, do you do studio work or play in a band? I do studio work. I don't have a band now. Well, I have a band that I tour with for an artist. So we were actually on the middle of a tour before this COVID thing happened. So not necessarily a band like my band, but just a bunch of studio guys getting together for, or session guys getting together for this gig. Okay, so I've not burned any guitars on stage, but I actually wrecked one. This was for Halloween many years ago before I became a Christian. So the club owners actually gave me money to buy a guitar for me to destroy on stage, which I did, which I regretted to this day, because it just didn't sit right with me, because I don't believe guitars are meant to be destroyed, like how I don't believe dogs are meant to be eaten. Yeah. Oh, you got, okay, so PR, you have a Matramonti. No, that's nice. Yeah, I haven't got a chance to play it because it was sold out by the time I requested for one. Hi Gunner man, you got 5. Thomas on guitar. The bridges on this are some of the best on the market. Stay in tune very well. Okay, cool. Which one are you talking about? Thomas, which guitars are you talking about? Alexis guitar. Hi John. First time making it to one of the live stream, but long time subscriber. Really enjoyed the Orange Terror review. Thank you. Glad you like it. It's a great mini amp. Yeah. Coin Guru. Maybe you should look at my 109 guitars I have in collection. A luthier has to have lots of big. I'll bet. Vauxhall Railster. I ever tried the 70 vintage Ibanez? No, not yet. So what you're hearing right now is, it's a combination of this guitar and the amp. So it's either the amp works or the amp sucks. It's also either the pickup works or the pickups suck. So it has to be a lot of various how should we call it, portions working together, right? So you could have great sound. Sometimes there are certain nights when when I have a gig or when I'm doing a session, I had a great sound, but my hands were not great. So my hands were fumbling, or I was tired, or like like what I was talking about my hand being numb. So sometimes it affects the playing. So it depends on a lot of situations, mini situations on the side. Like one day you might have a real good sound, but then somehow along the way you change something, or your setting or something didn't work, and you might have a great guitar, a great PRS or great Gibson or whatever, and it sounded great, but you go out to the gig and then you plug into the amp, it sucked because the amp, something was wrong with the amp, or it wasn't the amp that you required, that you wanted. So all this all play a part in getting the ultimate tone. That's what I think we are looking for as guitarists. Right. Stuff indoors. Have you tried a Collins? No, I'm not. I heard they're really great, so I'm still waiting for the opportunity. Okay, Thomas. Well, some of the Wilkinsons are okay. The problem is not with the bridge. This came in with a Wilkinson, I believe. It wasn't the bridge. It was the cavity behind. So I do a lot of upwang recording. I do a lot. So sometimes when the cavity is not wide enough, I would hit against the walls, and I didn't like that. And even though I could just kind of route the thing, I don't like the way a trem would look if the way I want it to be set. Like I want my notes to go for the third string to go a full tone, right? But this can go up, like this Vega trem can go up more than full tone, right? And then my second string to go like mere semitone. Right? That's what I would require from a normal trem. This Vega trem can allow me to go a third up. So but in order to have a third up on the Wilkinson, the bridge will look really funny because it would look like this. So this is the end, and these are the strings. It will look like this, like lopsided, because when you pull up, then you are able to go like a third up, or a semitone, or whatever, a tone up, tone and a half up from the third string. And I didn't like that, So because it would, it will play havoc. It would do a lot of stuff to your intonation. Imagine you have okay, this is your bridge, right? And your string is going this way. So if your bridge is like going lopsided because you want to pull it up, that's me. Okay, that's the way I play. I like to bend up, pull up. And if I would say it that way, meaning that the strings is going forward, like going nearer to the nut. But if I were to make it flush, then the string will be further from the nut. So it plays a lot of differences in your intonation, and it could screw you up big time. Okay, you'll be so frustrated. And I thought, okay, so when the Vega trem, when the Vega trem first came out, and when I first tried one out, I was like, whoa, that's it. This is a trem for me. I'm gonna get this trem as far as I'm able to, on the guitars that I like. So I had this Vega trems on so many of my favorite guitars, and the reason why is because the bridge still remains perpendicular, flat. It's because of the way the Vega trem is small enough to go inside that cavity of yours, so you can bend, pull, dive bomb to your heart's content, and nothing is done to change your intonation drastically, right? So why I did not change to a Vega trem on my PRS? Number one reason is because for the PRS, I know what I'm going to do with it, and even though the bridge is a little bit lopsided, it's not a whole lot, just a little bit, I decided to keep the stock bridge because that's what PRS are for, right? Just keep the stock bridge, and if I can live with it, fine. But the day will come if I find that I just cannot do that, then I'll probably change to a Vega trem. But for now, it's okay, So I'm just happy with this. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Thank you, Tim. Yes, Pim. Technology gets better each year, and it's amazing. So there are many things that we could improve on, but it depends on what you want to procure. The stuff that you want to buy to improve the sound. Monty Lage, what's your favorite guitar? Of all the guitars that own? Alright, Bob, you take care. Hi, Andrew Cordell. Good for you, Andrew. It's always good to learn something new, Yes, Dick Cat. These are stock Harley Benton. These are from Roswell, right? So it comes with a guitar. And this guitar is so light compared to the rest of guitars. This is quite a light guitar, but I love it. I mean, this guitar has proven its worth because I brought it out for a live streaming gig and it performed flawlessly, really well. So Trip No Drive is this amp. This is Super Crash 100. This is on the Dirty channel. And this is just like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock for a drive. This is like full. Actually, I don't quite like because of the hair. I don't quite like the hair. I think the best would be around 1 to 3 o'clock, maybe 2:30. Yeah. This is nice. You can hear the harmonics. It's nice. It's not hairy. And if I really want to kind of get more sustain out of this, I can always employ a booster. And I didn't go through any effects. This is just straight to the amp, so it's a great amp. Even though it's a FET, transistor amp, it sounds like a tube amp. Do you know the differences between the Music Man and PV pickups? Both sound great. Yeah. I mean, I've played on Music Man guitars and I love the pickups. That's the thing, they got nice guitars and nice pickup system. But some of the obscure ones are some of the obscure brands. You might not think that they have great pickups, but they do actually have great pickups. I heard of Schecter guitars before, right? Schecter is one company that I've heard since back in the early '80s. but never had a chance to play on any one of them because they were not popular. Like G&L guitars, same thing. But when I first started reviewing the guitars because of Davis, I found out that they have the thing that make the guitar works are the pickups. They got really great pickups. To put aside all those metal guitars like those Hellraisers and stuff like that, but to the normal mainstream guitars like the PT or the PT Pros or the Nick Johnston or the Van Nuys and all that, they got really nice pickups, and I was like, wow, these pickups really sound great. And then further to the fact that they actually design very good guitars, yeah, you got it made. You got a winning formula. Like G&L, I heard about G&L way back then, but again, like I didn't have a chance to play GL guitars until recently, about 2-3 years ago. And the thing about them is the MFD pickups, yeah, the magnetic field pickups. Those are great pickups. They're nice, they're punchy, they're loud, and yet they are subtle if you want them to be. So they're not your mainstream kind of pickups. They're mainly a single coils, or even you get the the Z coils, which is basically MFD pickups. Designed differently to cancel out hums. Those are great too. But if you're looking for like a humbucker, those humbucker kind of pickups, then yeah, G&L might not be the great choice to go to. They have one which I found to be too warm, and then there's another one which is on my Blues Boy right now, which is perfect, but I forgot the name for that pickup. But then you get a lot of pickups from other brands too, so pickups are the one. I always think that pickups are the heart of the guitar, right? Like it's a heart for a human being. But the rest has to function well, because what's the point of having a great heart when your legs fail you or your arms fail you, right? Hi, Tony. Thomas waiting for wow. No, I haven't played one. I have not played one. Okay, I'm gonna put down my guitar for a while. Stop playing. It gets a bit distracting. So where were we? Dead Cat. I have the Fusion TT. Pretty happy with the pickups too. Oh yeah, they're great because they have the RIFs, the same pickups. Igor, do you know the difference between Music Man? Okay, I answered that. Chris, what's the guitar? This is the Fusion Pro, 3, Mark 3. Yeah, silver sparkle. All right, Monte, you take care. Stardance, hello. I have a question. Have you ever tried an octave divider? Litchfield, Connecticut. Have a great holiday. How is the weather? It's low 30s here. Okay. No, I have not tried octave divider, but I've tried Octavia before, so I guess it's a very different thing. And hi, so you're in Connecticut. Must be cold. The low 30s. All right, so we go on centigrade here, not on Fahrenheit. So we have an average of 30 degrees centigrade. So it's pretty high. It's pretty hot for you guys, but it's a norm for us. And I think, yeah, today I think it's a little bit better. Today it rained, so there was like a bit of a rain here. So 25 degrees centigrade, so it's a bit colder, a bit cooler. BBL, how did you study music originally, and are you still learning new things regarding music and theory? Do you get complaints from neighbors when using the M? Greetings from Finland. Well, I did not learn anything. I am not trained in theory, theoretically. I can read, but I can't sight read. I can't read like notes on charts. I can read a chart. I can kind of figure my way out on a chart. I have to, if I want to play gigs. But for most of the solo lines, when it comes to doing gig, I will have to do the extra work of kind of memorizing and taking notes on myself on the chart itself, so that I can remember what's the first two notes that I'm supposed to start with, and for that, and from there it's just like, you know, it's automatic, right? But I would need the extra time to actually learn the solo and kind of like own it, and I think that's good and bad because it's time consuming. But for long tours, it's really good because then I kind of know what I'm supposed to do, and sometimes I would change certain parts of the solo. So unless I'm being told specifically to follow the exact solo, I will not follow the exact solo. I will play it my way. The second question is, are you still learning new things regarding music and theory? Yes, I am. You know, I try to, but you might know that music is another language, so it's like me learning how to speak in Italian, which I'm trying really hard, or French for that matter, and it's another language which you don't use all the time. I don't have French speaking people living with me. I don't have Italian speaking people with me. So I try to practice my Italian whenever I can when I call out my Italian friends, but that's far in between. So it's a language that you need to speak, you know, frequently. And for me and my work that I do, when I'm doing session at home, you know, the charts are sent to me, so I have the luxury of time to kind of like plan out the parts that I want. And those are the things that I really like to do, plan out parts, like, you know, not to clutter everything together and play everything together. So everything has a place in time. So I would love to learn, and I'm still learning, like, you know, certain things about some progressions and modes and stuff like that. So, and learning is one thing, but to practice it, you know, this is another thing. So I've learned through the years that you can learn all the modes you want, the Mixolydian, the Dorian, you know, whatever, the Phrygian, but if you don't apply it, you will never get anywhere. So what's the point of learning modes if you don't apply it? So I tend to apply whatever I learned into my playing, and it's also a mixture of a combination of learning, of knowing your theory, as well as having a very strong sense of melody, that you're melodic to start with, so you know how to carve your way, or carve a solo out of the segment that you're given, be it 32 bars, 16 bars, or 8 bars, and you're able to kind of like create something that is melodic and pleasing to hear, and yet exciting to hear at the same time if possible. So it's an ongoing lesson for me, because I'll never stop learning until the day I go up to Jesus and say, Lord, teach me more. But for now, I just listen and watch and ask if I need to, and you learn, you know. What's the third question? Do I get complaints from neighbors when using that amp? What you're hearing now is from the line out, the XR out, which has a cab sim. So there's nothing coming out from here. I unplugged the speaker jack, so what you're hearing is true directly to the interface. So it's not that loud, so I don't disturb the neighbors, especially around this time. It's about 2:15 a.m. in the morning, so it would not be good if yeah. Right, so I answer all your questions. Pim Daddy, Ibanez, Tube Screamer, Overdrive. I was also freaking good, guys. Bunny up with my Roland Q for apprentices. I haven't, John. Always trying. Great, good for you. I've like, you know, been there, done that with the Tube Screamer, so I'm not really too excited about them anymore. Yeah, the new pedals that I've tried put the Tube Screamer to shame. You know, some of them, they sound so good, you know, but yeah, different taste for different people, I guess. Tony, just have a set of Fishman Fluence Modern and Piezo saddles installed on my Fusion T. Sound great. Wood, good. Ah, that's interesting to have a Piezo installed into it. Pimp Daddy, I've been wanting to try out Epiphone Modern Les Paul with Fishman. Super bad, but read mixed reviews, so I mean they rock. Yeah. Try it out at the shop if you can. Tony, the new Dollar Ham plays great too. I love the necks on the HB compared with my Ibanez and some other modern strats. Although it's kind of thick and I can shred on it. Yeah. So the pickups on that sound okay. Yeah, it just sounds okay, you know. So it's not terrific, you know. That's the thing. So a lot of Harley Benton guitars sound okay. So you need to kind of mod if you need to, except for this one. This one sounds great. Another thing about, all right, Esther, good night. Another thing about the thickness of the neck. All right, a lot of people have misconception about if it's a thicker neck, it's hard to play. Not true. Why? Because I've tried many shapes, okay, through all these reviews that I do. And it doesn't mean that the thinner the neck is easier to play. Sometimes, like the 245, the PRS 245 doesn't have really a thin neck. It has quite a chunky neck, and the ones on the McCarthy is even chunkier. But it's so comfortable to play because of the way the shape is. So when you're holding the guitar, it's easy to to go about your business, and it's a thick neck. If you compare to, say, a neck from the Harley Benton or the Schecter, which has really thin necks, not really as thin as the Ibanez, but thin enough, then you know that, okay, so don't get swayed by the misconception that thicker necks are always not a faster neck. Sometimes they can even be faster. And 245 is really a fast neck, right? Orion. No, I'm not trying to head rush yet. Did I? I forgot. Yuri, I can't read Russian. Or is that Hungarian? I don't know. It looks like Russian to me, but I can't read it. Okay. Alright. So it's a fusion. It's a Fluence classic. Alright. Americ Thomas, Reunion Island Lodge. So you're from there? Cool. Yes, pimp. You have to be a student for life, Dead Cat, do you recommend certain strings, and if yes, why? Okay, I'll tell you what. I probably would, maybe one day in the future, make a video about strings, about certain brands of strings, and to tell you frankly, they don't really mean a lot. They don't really do have a lot of differences. Some you can tell, some you can't. Like when I first tried the GHS, I was uncomfortable because it has a different feel to it. But after a while, I got used to it, so it worked. I've always played on DL Audios, so I have no problem with that. The strings are affordable, cheap. But when I start playing on a stay in tune SIT strings, I found that there's a difference. There's a difference because I like the way it felt on my hands. So it's a lot to do with how it feels on your hands, or within your fingers. So there's no best brand out there. Some of them might go for the coated strings, like for me, I'm okay with coated strings on electric guitar. Seriously, I'm actually okay using all those coated strings and all that. But not on acoustic guitar. Never on acoustic guitar, unless it's a gigging. The acoustic guitar is for gigging, for gigs and stuff like that. Then yeah, I'll probably use it, so that I can have the string last longer than you normally would. But for recording, no, I would use normal phosphorus brown, phosphorus bronze strings. But they don't last really long. But when they are fresh, they sounded great, Yeah, this might take about string so far anyway. Which pedal, John? Looking for more growl on my leads. You know what you do? You go down to where my channel is, and you go for that playlist that says guitar pedals, and you go through some of them. I have my favorites there, so it's not really hard to find. I do a lot of videos about compressors, distortion, or overdrive, mostly overdrives, and those are my favorite pedals to go to. So yeah, take a pick. I have a couple that I like. Brett Watts, you did strings the other day. Yeah, me too. I just changed my strings on my Custom 24. I'm trying Custom 22. Pepe, hey, how are you, Pepe? What do you think about the Hitless Steinbergers? I think they're great guitars. I haven't played on one yet, but we used to hear about them all the time back in the 80s. And then when the Dullahan came out for Honey Benton, I requested one. I reviewed it, played it for a while. I thought I would like to keep it because it's so compact looking that I thought, yeah, I don't mind keeping this for for when I'm serving in church, so that it's not so bulky. It's easy to put into my friend's boot, car boot. But I found out that I didn't quite like how it felt. So yeah, I decided to sell it. So I sold it. So these are fresh strings. These are the stay in tune strings, which I changed yesterday night. Alex, hi Johnny. One of your last stream, you said that your favorite is the Fender Hot Rod DeVille. Do you mean the 410s or the 212s? The 212s will be sufficient. Even the one, I think they have a combo that has a 112, if not mistaken, and that would do nicely for me. Alright, Pim. Alberto, sorry, I don't understand Spanish here, so I can't know what you're trying to tell me. Yeah, excelente guitarrista persona. Gracias. Yeah, if you can type in English, it'll be better, so I can understand. Alright, there, cat. You take care. Do I like the Dumb Lloyd? Yes, I like the Dumb Lloyd. Ah, alright, Tony. So you said it. There's a reason why I didn't like it, because, yeah, it just doesn't feel right in my hands. And I think changing strings would be a chore. Thank you, Alberto. Hi, Joe. How much have... I guess many years, because I've been playing for more than 30 years, maybe around 40, yeah? Hi, Jeff. Oh. Wow, it's bad. I had almost a similar problem with my Blues Boy. Is that I tend to fret out. Like, if I'm really aggressive on the high string, the high E's, I would just tend to go off, right, fret out. It's probably because of the nut, the way the nut is being cut. So that can be easily rectified. But when the string goes off from the saddle, I don't know. It could be, yeah, it could be the notch. I don't know. Yes, I do. um, I like what's his name? Joseph Williams or William what? The one that did Raiders of the Lost Ark and Star Wars. And for the newer ones, the guy that did the soundtrack for Tim Burton, I forgot his name. Elfman, Danny Elfman. Yeah, I like him a lot. I get mistaken sometimes that this is a 245, so I was reaching out for the pickup selector here, which is down here. So it's not that. No. If you're talking to me, Pip, this is not because of the action was too low. I don't play with really low actions. This is probably because of the nut. The nut is like shifted too far right. So when you're hitting like this, is just nice. So no matter how aggressive I go, I won't fret out. But for the loose ball, I had that problem. So I'm gonna have it taken to Wayne to have a look around, see what happens. Sark, what's the best way to learn the root note position of a scale? Don't know how to answer that. I mean, the root note is the root note. So if you start with a C, that's right. So that's the root. The best way to learn. Don't really know what's your question. Yeah, so See, that's the thing about guitars. The G string, always a problem. Okay, it's perfectly in tune, but once I hit the A note, it goes sharp. Notice, right? Every guitar has the same problem. So the only way to rectify this problem is to probably bring down that slot for the G string a little bit lower. So yeah, you need a guy who knows what he's doing to do that, because you don't want to do it yourself, because so dangerous. No, they're not set up perfectly. Sorry, Mark, a question for you. Do you use compressors pedals before or after your overdrive? Where do you use? Before. It's always before. But not this now. Not now, because there's no compressor. I'm not using any compressors. It's just direct to the amp. Zark, the thing is that you need to know. I've been like teaching this to my students for many years, and the first thing that I want my students to do is to kind of like memorize everything on the fretboard, if possible, what are the notes, and I'll take them step by step, like the third fret all the way to the third fret, the fifth fret, seventh fret, and you just take a time, but not too long. Right, to figure out, okay, what note is this? This is a D. What note is this? This is an F. What note is this? Is C. This is a B. What note is this? This is a G sharp. What note is this? This is a B again. What note this is a A flat. So you got to know what your notes are as you go up to your frets. And that will help you a lot in the future, because once you know about scales, once you know about modes and chord shapes and stuff, and how to to evolve from a chord shape to a full-blown solo, where you can go from there and branch out from there, that will come in really handy. So try to memorize the notes, the notes that is on your guitar fretboard itself. That will really help a lot. All right. BB, that was a good piece of advice. They actually used to learn stuff before moving on to something new. Happy birthday. Whose birthday? Again, I'm reaching out for my pickups. They should have made the pickup selector here, which I think would make more sense, but it look funny, right? So you can watch what I'm doing right now. I'm doing the key of E. So I could do stuff by playing different notes in the key of E, and it will sound real different. Right. So it's a question of you are deciding for yourself when you're doing a solo, what do you want to do. You can kind of fake it, and not really fake it, like just don't think about all the theories and stuff, and just play and and try to wing it, right, in a way. Or you can think about it being as chord shapes, as chords, and where you're going to go, and then if you know your modes and all that, then you can kind of think about what you want to do for your modes, and to employ Dorian or Mixolydian. These are most widely used, and sometimes Lydian, but mostly it's about Dorian or and stuff like that. Dorian and Mixolydian, these are the ones that we would probably use a lot of times, and you can try to kind of like employ them in your solo structure. Basically, I'm just doing normal, right? Ionian is normal. And if I want to go Aeolian, which is the minor, so I can go. So you can kind of like mix them up together, like major and minor. Then you can think about doing Dorian. Or Lydian. So modes are really interesting, really interesting, and it can radically change your outlook in what you want to do for a solo. But nothing would beat a good melody. So melody first, and then the modes and scales are there to enforce your melody in terms of composing, because everything is all about composing, right? Whenever you play an 8-bar solo or a 4-bar solo, it's all about composition. So you have to think about that first. Like, if I'm going to do a line, it can be real simple. Like, the guitar players back in the days, we're talking about Eric Clapton and all that. They don't play like heavy stuff like what we like guitarists nowadays do. They just play simple, like. Stuff like that. So it's real simple, real melodic. But if you want to employ like modes into that, then you got to kind of like sit down and decide for yourself which is more important, the melody or your technique. If you're are you trying to impress, or are you trying to bring something to this whole phrase that you're doing? So if you're going to employ modes, a Dorian mode, for example, into it, then yeah, you can do it and try to kind of see how and where these things all fit in. Because back in the days when I'm listening to a solo by Jay Graydon, by the great Jay Graydon, I'm going, how in the world does he do it? Or even Larry Carlton, right? He will employ modes to, but very subtle. He doesn't like employ full blown stuff. Very subtle. Like guys like Robin Ford, he's crazy. So he will employ all this little stuff, and you feel like, how, why? And you, as a guitarist, you go, oh, that sounds so good, but why does he do that? And then you kind of investigate, and because nobody taught me about modes, I didn't know nothing about it. I'm like scratching my head. Why in the world would you go to that note? So it's after a while, then I kind of went into this whole thing. So I said, never stop learning. So I learned, so there's this thing called modes, which I never learned before, so nobody taught me. Then it makes sense. So I would advise you guys to do that. Just keep on trying out new things. Matt, do you know? Battle, what? Timothy, battle ends and down goes Charles' father. What happened? Hi, Robert. Is there a particular exercise that help you go from beginner to shredder? Any exercise. Just play them slow and then build up the speed. I would advise learning to play minor and what? Minor and minor strides around the neck first. Those can be easily applied to chord progression. Basically, later you can fill in the gaps with most. Okay. Alright. Okay, cool. Joseph, what's your opinion about wireless connectors like the Boss 20 watts? You mean like wireless jacks and stuff like that? Because I'm using one. I'm using the Line 6 ones. I think they're good, but my experience with them are not that good, especially in a big stage. Or for a bigger stage, if you're going wireless, then you probably would want the Pro series kind, the Sennheisers and stuff like that, the big packs and all that, because those have better reception. I tried using this Line 6 G10 when I was on tour. It didn't work. It's dependent on line of sight. So I gotta take it out, plug into a cable again. Everything in Singapore is good. It's raining. Cold, I'll bet. BEADGCF. That's 7 strings. So you yeah. My G10 doesn't work after change to Fishman active pickup. Just found out it has issue. No. Okay, let me enlighten you on this, Tony. When you buy the G10, it does come with this connector. Can you see this? Okay, it does come with this connector. It should come with this connector. So this connector are for pickups that are active, like the EMGs and the fluids. So you need to plug in your G10 into here, and then this into your input connector guitar. Try it out if you still have it. Hi Roy, which part of Canada? We got a couple of Canadians here actually. What brand cyclo computer do you use? I don't get you, Orin. What? Cyclocomputer. The other day, someone was talking to me about NFTs, from my original music. So probably have a lunch with them and find out what the heck is NFT. I know it's something to do with crypto and all that, but Rain Music, Arvon. Yeah. So you need to have that connector, Tony. So this connector will solve everything. Right. That's the reason sometimes why I still prefer the ones that is made from Nuix, the wireless system that I use, which I think I reviewed, and I think that's great because you can use it on any guitars without any connectors. You just work. Right. So I've been here for about almost 3 hours right now. So, yep. I hope that you guys are okay. I know it's cold. You have this NFTs? Okay, I know I'm not into all this crypto thing. I just want to know. Like I said, I always learn. I always try to learn things. Like if I can learn something from there, it'd be great. So as I was saying, I hope you guys are okay. There's a lot of talk about the Omicron and the variant and all this stuff, but I just want you guys to know that just practice wisdom, and you do fine. All right. I guess it's all about understanding what situation we are in this present day. Mask wearing and keeping yourself clean and understanding the protocols of each environment that you're in. Don't get sucked up by all those talk about about anti-vax and anti-mask and all that. At the same time, don't get caught up with all this fear that you're hearing in the news about the new variants and how infectious it can. I can tell you safely that this new Omicron has been around for quite a long time. And whatever it is, it's up to us to to have a bit of responsibility for ourselves as well as for our neighbors. Responsibility to ourselves means taking care of yourself health-wise, having enough nutrients and stuff like that, and taking care of your neighbors means having social responsibilities and stuff like that. I just don't want anything to happen to any of you guys. You find folks out there, just keep yourself safe, keep yourself warm. Winter is upon you guys. I have no winter here, so then again, we still have our fatalities every day. Thank God the cases have dropped drastically. It dropped a whole lot, but people are still dying. We're averaging about 5 or 6 a day. It used to be 0 death. But yeah, at its peak, I think we were losing like 15 or 16 people a day, and most of them are elderlies, and most of them are not vaccinated. So my heart breaks every time I hear this, because there's another grandfather, another grandmother who are not able to hold their grandchildren, or another elderly parent that a son or a daughter cannot hug anymore, and because of this horrible pandemic, So yeah, just practice what you need to practice. Okay, one word: practice wisdom. That's it. Be wise at this current situation, and you'll do fine. And I just pray that God will always be with you, to watch over you, and to take care of you and your family. All right. So yeah, it's all about sanity. I mean, you're welcome at it. You're welcome. So I'm going to pray. It doesn't matter, if you, even if you're not a Christian, we're just praying to God, right? So we're just asking God to kind of like watch over all of us. So I thank you, Lord Jesus. I thank you, God, for watching all of us, watching out for all of us in our families. And I just pray you continue to do that for us, that you grant us safety, especially in this time, in this season, Lord. I pray for joy at this holiday season, that we are able somewhat to get together with our families, our loved ones, and to enjoy a meal or two. I just pray, thank you, Lord. I just say thank you to you. Thanksgiving, Lord, for the opportunity to do that, Lord. And watch over us. Grant us protection, oh Almighty God, right? And give us the peace that we all desire, Lord. That doesn't come from any normal human being, but can only come from you, Lord. Thank you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. No, the pandemic is not over. You think it's over, Orient Quest? I wish it was over, but on a side note, I have a dear brother who I respect a lot. He's a great singer. His name is Tony. So Tony is like a couple of years older than me. He's probably like in late 60s or 7. I don't know. Maybe 68, I guess. Great singer, beautiful voice. He used to belong to a group called Tony, Terry, and Spencer, and they do great Eagles covers. And he sounds like Don Henley if he wants to. He's got this great, unique voice. And I recorded Tony a couple of times before. I've always been a fan of him and the group. And on my birthday, which was on October, on the 27th, found out that he was awarded for COVID, and he was in ICU because he couldn't breathe. He found it hard to breathe. So I was texting him through WhatsApp, and he was so in high spirits. He was telling me, yeah, John, I just pray that God would just let me get better, and I could have a coffee with you, have a lunch with you, and the guys that I miss, because he was in the hospital for quite a period, like in about a week or so. And then things turned really from bad to worse, and he couldn't breathe, so they had to put a rebreather, intubate him. It was bad because he has to be sedated, and we heard about this, and I'm going like, oh no, Lord, not another one, and not him, So I told God, I said, Lord, you gotta watch over him and make sure you come out of this okay, and we just waited. And as the weeks go by, and then, I lost my best friend. I lost another friend of mine because he had a heart attack. So that was bad enough for me. And in the meantime, Tony was still hanging on, and he was in the ICU, and his condition was up and down. So at one time, it got really bad that they had to call his wife over to get prepared for the worst. But Tony is a fighter, I guess he's really a fighter, and he clung on, and he hung on. So the last news I had of him was that he is out of sedation. He's like, he's awake, and they started to take out, a lot of tubes and stuff like that. So he's going through physiotherapy in ICU. So he's trying to get his limbs back working again. And I thank God, that he's okay. So, but he's not fully recovered yet, so he's not out of the woods yet. And I'm just getting like daily reports about his condition because of my friend Thomas. God bless his soul. He just keep on informing me about his Tony's latest condition, and this is what's happening. In the midst of you guys, whether you're in the States or in UK or in Europe, people are dying. People who meant something to some people, but if we're also flippant about it and don't give a shit about what is happening, I think that's so socially irresponsible, and I get worked up about this. I get really angry about this because I can't believe that politicians and people who follow a certain group of people can be so socially irresponsible that they don't care until it happens to them, until the shit hits their fan, and then they, okay, it's that bad. But in the meantime, I don't give a shit. I don't care about you guys. I'm not gonna get my vaccination. I'm not gonna, wear masks. You can go to hell if you want to. And they're spewing all this nonsense and toxic things. And I'm on the sideline. I'm looking at all this. We get guys like this in Singapore too. Okay, In case you guys are wondering, I'm going like when this stuff happened to you, and then you go, oh, okay. Do you know how hard it is to not be able to breathe? Do you know how hard it is to have tubes being inserted down your throat into your lungs? You know how painful that is? Would you wish it on anyone? I won't. That's the worst torture that any human being could go through. And I've heard that it's not just one tube. There are numerous tubes going to different parts of the body. And the fact that it's because it's so painful that you have to be sedated means that it's a serious procedure. So hear me out, my brothers and sisters who are out there. If you're hearing this, practice wisdom. Yeah, Steph, I hear you. Yeah. I don't know I don't see the problem about wearing a mask. I travel a whole lot. In case you guys do not know, I travel a whole lot. And whenever I travel to Taiwan, because Taiwan has the same culture as the Japanese, Japanese are really socially responsible people. If they have a flu, they will wear a mask. They will mask up and they will take the public transport, and people will know that this guy has a sort of a condition, like he has a flu or something like that, and they're okay. They don't like, oh, you have, no, they're normal, because they know that this guy has a mask on, and it's a socially responsible thing to do. I don't see the problem there. But guys get so worked up about wearing a mask, like as if like, I'm putting on the mask that Hannibal Lecter wore. It's like, is it that bad? Would you rather wear a mask or have a tube being inserted into your lungs? I don't get it. Stupid is as stupid does. It's what Forrest Gump said. You have a dime a dozen. There's one born every second, I guess. But it's incredible to see the stupidity of people. We get so-called Karens, in Singapore, like, shouting at staff of a shopping mall or a shop for not letting them in because they were not wearing a mask, and they get all worked up about it. But Singapore government, you don't play with Singapore government. We are not like the States. We are not like any other countries. We'll clamp down on you hard. And a lot of them are being sentenced to jail sentences and stuff like that. So we don't play around with the government here. And I think that's the saving grace of this country that I live in, is that the government is pretty tough on issues like this. So anyway, enough ranting. Hi, Wilson. Yeah, everything's good. I'm just ranting. I'm hungry, that's why. And you're right, Pim. Every day is a walk with God. Every day, every single day. I thank God every day I wake up. If I'm able to wake up, I thank God that I'm still alive, because it's a we call it a privilege, right? I call it a blessing to be alive. To learn something new, to get to know people like you out there, it's a blessing for me, because it brings so much joy to my heart. To know that there are people who are like-minded, who loves people, and who loves God, who loves music. There's one quote from Santana which I always remember. Santana said that music brings light to an area where only darkness can be found. And it's a very generic statement, to say the least, because there are dark music, in case you guys don't know. But it's true. Music is from God, definitely a gift from God, and it brings light to darkness. That's why when we hear good music, we feel connected to it, we feel good. Whenever I hear a piece of music that reminds me of a certain time period in my life, I will, like, for a second or two, I will be lost. As I hear the song and the lyrics, I go back to the time when I first heard the song. So that's what music does to us. But we have cheapened music to an extent because of Spotify, because of iTunes and the downloads, that it don't mean much to us these days, you know. But back in the days when we first bought our first Queen album, for example, and we will be so excited, we will open up the sleeve and we go listen to the album. You know, that is a sort of timestamp on that period of our lives, and no more. We don't have it anymore. All right, I gotta go. I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully, before Christmas. All right, and please take care of yourself. All right, take care of yourself. And may God walk with you. All right, may God protect you. All right, take care. God bless. Bye, Orion. Bye, guys.